Today, we're going to talk about the ear, specifically our ear's different structures and functions. The auditory system takes sound waves and transforms them into signals that the brain recognizes as sound. How does it do that? Well, the wave travels through three different sections of our ears: the outer ear, the middle ear, and finally, the inner ear. Let's start with the outer ear. The outer ear is made up of the pinna and the external auditory canal. A pinna is the funnel-shaped part that we see on the sides of our heads. Many animals, such as cats, have movable pinnae since they serve more important role in sound localization than pinnae in humans. The middle ear channels sound waves through the tympanic membrane, or what we're used to calling the eardrum. The tympanic membrane is what separates the outer ear from the middle ear. Next, the sound wave hits the hammer, anvil, and stirrup to reach the inner ear. The hammer, anvil, and stirrup are the smallest bones in the human body. They're intricately connected so that when they vibrate, they transmit the sound wave to the fluid-filled inner ear. Sound can travel far more easily in air than in water. For example, think about a swimmer underwater. Their coach is trying to get their attention by shouting instructions. Sound waves meet a lot of resistance when the shout hits the surface of the water, and it's harder for the swimmer to hear their coach. Sound meets the same kind of resistance as it travels from the middle to inner ear. The border between the two sections is the border between air and fluid. To compensate, muscles surrounding the hammer, anvil, and stirrup can amplify the sound waves. They can also work to decrease the intensity of sound waves to protect the inner ear. Let's talk more about the inner ear. It's a part of the ear that includes the oval window, cochlea, and basilar membrane. It works to fine-tune sound waves and convert them into neural impulses that are sent to the brain. The stirrup, one of the tiny bones, connects to the oval window, which sends sounds to the cochlea. The cochlea is a tubular structure full of fluid that looks like the coil of a snail shell. The basilar membrane lines all of the inner wall of the cochlea. At the bottom of the cochlea, it's rigid and narrow but becomes more flexible and widens out at the top. Hair cells line the basilar membrane and function as the ear's sensory receptors. Technically, these hairs are called cilia and are tufts of fine bristles that move against the tectorial membrane, a jelly-like flap above them. The brain interprets these impulses as sound. Loud sounds can destroy the delicate hair cells and lead to hearing loss. They can't regenerate after they're lost. Our ears are incredible organs that tune raw sound waves to perceive what's happening in our surroundings. Do you notice anything different in the sounds around you?